Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of the SimFactor. In this series, I'm going to see how well the simulator can prepare you for an IRL karting championship. To do this, I've gotten a kart sim DLC for rFactor 2, which includes some popular British karting tracks. In episode 1, I looked at the price of some different karting championships and explained the plan for the series. For half the tracks, I'll do a baseline track day, then I'll do regular practice on the sim before going for a final test day. For the other half, I'll just do regular practice on the sim before a final test day, to see if the sim helped or if it was just familiarity of the track. I'll be comparing my times to other people at the track to see if the sim helped. But in order to do this, I'm going to need a good sim rig. A sturdy sim rig is really important as it helps you be more consistent with braking and turning by reducing flex. This is the one I've been using. The chair is a playseat Challenger that I've been using since I started sim racing, and a wooden frame which I built to hold up the pedals and monitor. Although it's hard to see, there's quite a bit of flex when I press the brake pedal, but other than that, the frames are extremely sturdy. But if I'm going to be practicing for real life, then I'm going to need something a bit more rigid. After hours of research, I found the GT Omega Prime Lite. It's a smaller version of GT Omega's flagship cockpit, the GT Omega Prime, and slightly cheaper. I chose the Prime Lite as it's an aluminum profile cockpit, so I can easily add accessories like a keyboard holder, handbrake, H-pattern shifter, and much more to it over time. It's not super expensive like other aluminium profile cockpits, but it's sturdy and adjustable, so it was a really good choice for me. My dad has the GT Omega Titan, which is really good quality, and when he had an issue with his seat, the customer service was really good and got the problem resolved quickly. GT Omega ships products from the UK as well, which meant for me, it arrived really fast, in 2 days to be exact. It doesn't flex at all while braking and turning, and gives me a lot more confidence while racing. I chose the RS9 seat and it feels really good for the price. It's a recliner seat, meaning you can tilt the back of the seat forwards and back. There is a Formula pedal stand accessory which looks really cool and I'm hoping to try in the future, but for now I've got the GT style. The back of the chair does flex a little when I push on it, but not when racing. The steering wheel mount is suitable for lots of wheelbases, including Moser, Thrustmaster and Vanatech. For the pedals, I'm using the Camus LC100s. They're really good when they're working, but I've had quite a few problems with them that I'm still trying to fix. Before we move on, I want to give you a quick warning about Camus. I've had my pedals for about 7 months now, and recently the clutch pedal broke, along with other issues I've been having months before this. When I contacted their customer service, they were not very helpful, and it was only after a few weeks of debating that I got the refund. It was so bad that I'm planning on making a separate video about mine and other people's experience with them. The pedals are great when they work, but if I was in the market for another set, I would give Camus a hard pass. For the wheel and base, I'm using the Thrustmaster TSXW, which I've been using since 2021 with no complaints. I have 3 wheels for it. The open wheel add-on, which is a GT and Formula style wheel rim, and 2 Sparco P310s, but one has a Formula wheel mod on it, which is absolutely amazing. I also have a few DIY builds on the rig which I made myself. I've got a bass shaker on the back of the seat, which is strapped on with some spare Velcro and rope. It might not be the prettiest, but it does the job, so I'm not complaining. This is really important because it lets me feel the movements in the kart the same way I would feel them in real life, like when the rear is sliding or if I'm getting wheel spin. Not only is it immersive, it's also massively important for go-karts, as most of the feedback comes through the seat. I also have an LED light strip that shows the RPMs, flags, pit limiter, and can be programmed to show much more information. I made this a few months ago after I replaced my Thrustmaster SF1000, as I found having RPM lights in real life was much better than having it on the virtual HUD. For the monitor, I'm using the Samsung G5. It's 34 inches wide with a 1000R curvature, which means that I can see more of my peripheral vision, and it feels more immersive than a flat screen. I do have access to a VR headset, but I much prefer the monitor. Although I don't use it very often, I will be testing it out to compare with the monitor. Moving away from the rig, I've been trying the kart sim DLC, and it feels just like real life. It's actually crazy. The oversteer and understeer feels like real life, and the way the kart reacts to curbs feels so realistic. I'll go into more detail about the sim in future episodes once I've got started on my practice. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I have a playlist for the SimFactor series on my channel, so all the videos are in one place for you guys. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one, where I'll be starting my practice sessions and heading out to some of the IRL tracks.